In order to complete some of the assignments, you're going to need access to Oracle. And here at Atlantic Cape Community College, we do that through Oracle's Oracle Academy. They basically give us free access to an instance of Oracle to complete our assignments. You could also install Application Express on your own computer, whether you have Windows or Mac or even a Linux machine. You can download Oracle Express from Oracle's website, and you can install the full database engine, the Express version of the database engine, on your own computer, and you can avoid having to connect to this server. So it's another option. But the official option for this course is, of course, to use the Oracle Academy, and I'm going to show you how to do that here. So when you go into Blackboard, the first assignment that you'll see is the practical assignment 0 in Blackboard for week 1. And if you go into assignment 0, there's using Oracle Application Express through the Oracle Academy. There is a link that you'll click, and you can see here in the second paragraph, you're going to click on that iAcademy link, and it's going to open up the page that you can use to access the database. It's a good idea to bookmark this page in whatever browser you're using, so you'll have it for future reference. Now, it's going to ask you for a workspace, a username, and a password. So in this table, you'll see your student ID. So find your student ID. You'll see your workspace name, your admin username, and a standard username. You can log in as either an admin or a standard user. You can use either one. For almost all these assignments, it really won't matter which one you use. So I would just recommend signing in with the admin account so you don't have to worry about whether it's going to work or not. So the only thing that's tricky here is everyone has the same password by default. So that is your default password. So I'm going to copy that to my clipboard. You can see I've already put in my workspace name. I already have here the admin username, which again I got from that previous table. I'm going to paste in my password that I copied from my clipboard. Now when I click on sign in, the first thing it's going to ask me is to change my password for this account. So I'm going to paste my current password in again, and now I'm going to put a new password in. So I've applied the change, and now I am connected to my database. Now, you may be tempted to save your password. I always recommend that you do not save the password, otherwise you're not going to remember what it is. Every semester, I get students that tell me I can't access Oracle anymore because I don't know what my password is. I had it saved in my browser, and I had to use a new Windows machine, or I blew out the browser install, or lost all my cache, whatever it is, and they have no idea what the password was. So I would advise you to say no. That way, every time you're logging in, you're using that password, you're going to remember what it is. Maybe write it down somewhere, put it in your book, put it somewhere with your course materials, just somewhere where you'll have access to that password. Now, once you log in, you are going to have to, for many of these assignments, you're going to have to build your database. So you're going to click on SQL Workshop. Almost everything we do is going to be in the SQL Workshop. So a couple tools you have in here, you've got the object browser, SQL commands, SQL scripts, and then some utilities. So in this course, whenever we do assignments, you're going to be given, if you need to use Oracle, you're going to be given a script in order to complete the assignment. So if you click on SQL scripts, you'll be able to upload a SQL script. So I'm going to choose a file. Now these SQL scripts are going to be, if you go into wherever you downloaded the file, so for my case, for example, oops, that's the wrong folder. I have all of my files here. So let's say I was working on Chapter 7. And let's say the script that I gave you is this one right here, create pvaura.sql. And you'll find it in Blackboard. So in the assignment in Blackboard, you'll see the file that you're going to need for the assignment. So I'm going to open that. I'm going to call this Chapter 7. And I'm going to upload it. Okay, there's my script. Now if I want to run that script, all I have to do is click the Run button. And now we wait. Okay, you've requested to run a script containing statements SQL will ignore. Please confirm your request. So there must be some statements in here that it's not going to actually run. So I'm going to hit run now. All right. So if that worked, if I click back on my SQL Workshop, where I have all my tools, there's two options I can use in the assignments. One is the object browser. If you click on the object browser, it's going to show you the tables and the views and all of the other SQL or database objects, I should say, in our assignments. So I can come over here and I can click, obviously there's a table called P, and there's some columns for the P table. There's a table called V, which has a bunch of columns. You can also click on data to look at the data. You could review the indexes, which we're going to learn about in the course, and so forth. You can look at triggers and so forth and so on. So this is one option, so you can kind of mess around in here to look at the schema for your database and get kind of a feel for what it is that you installed. Although in many cases, you'll see a diagram of that as well in the assignment. And when you go to run your commands, you'll go here to SQL commands, and you can run your commands. So for example, I have a table called P, so I should be able to type select star from P. I should be able to run that. And you can see down here, this is the results of running that statement. So for example, instead of select star, I could put P underscore code, comma, and then P underscore min. I'll just get 2 columns back. There we go, I just have 2 columns. So this code and these results at the bottom are what you'll typically be turning in. So in your assignment submission, you're going to create a text file where you're going to include both the statement that you ran and the result from the statement that you ran. So you're going to copy and paste this table that you get here at the bottom into just a plain text file. So you could also download the results. If you download, it'll just download it as a CSV, and you can copy and paste that right into your assignment. I'll show you how to do that. So instead of opening this, I'm going to show it in folder. So here's my downloads folder. I have a lot of stuff in here. So if I right click on report.csv, I can open it with either Notepad or Notepad++. I use Notepad++. I recommend it as well for you guys if you're going to do these assignments in Notepad. So here I've got my results. So I'm also going to paste in the code that worked. So I'm going to copy that code. And I'll paste this into Notepad++ as well. And this is what I would submit for the assignment submission. I would put in the code that I ran, as well as the results from running that statement, which again is just a CSV. The nice thing about Notepad++, and I recommend using it for a course like this, is you can go in here to language and you can show some formatting for SQL. So it'll show you some formatting as we start writing SQL functions and triggers and things like that. This will come in handy. Notepad++ is a free tool that you can download off the internet, and I'll put a link in Blackboard for that as well. And that's it. So that's how you're going to use Oracle's Application Express. As I said before, you could install this on your own computer instead of using it on the internet. So you can download Oracle's Application Express. I think 11G is probably the one that our book uses in all likelihood, so that's probably the one you want to download. It's just like any other Windows installer. You'll run the installer, download it, install it, just, say yes to all the options. Don't forget the password. I won't be able to help you with the password on your own computer, but you'll install it and that's it. And then you can use it the same way. It'll just be on your own computer instead of in the internet. But I do recommend using this environment. It's free. They don't charge us anything to use it. As long as you don't forget the password, you're fine. And just to let you know, if you do forget the password, I have no way to reset the passwords. The only thing I can do is create a new workspace for you. So I can create a new workspace and a new user account so you can go and start from scratch, but I can't give you I can't reset your password for you. I don't have access to do that, and I don't know how to even ask somebody at Oracle to do that for us. I don't have a support number or anything for this. So try not to lose that password. Make sure you put it somewhere safe. If you have any questions, let me know. Thank you.